Martin, if we look at the average temperatures now as they compared to between 1981 and 2010, there's not that much difference, is there? So should we be concerned simply because of how much water there is in the world and that little bit of difference in the average when spanned across that much area? Then it becomes alarming. Is that the issue?
Well, thanks for having me. So actually, it's very important to highlight that even a tiny increase in temperatures for the world ocean is going to have a massive impact. And also, if we look at the last couple of decades, so from 1987 to 2019, the increase in the global heating of the oceans has actually been 4.5 times as much as it was in the previous 3 decades. So the increase is significant. And also, if you look at the scientific studies that have recently been released, the last 5 years, including last year, have each of them has been has recorded the highest temperatures on record. So this is significant. And also, you mentioned that 90% of all excess heat is absorbed by the ocean, but also the ocean absorbs 25% of all the carbon dioxide emissions. So the ocean is a crucial indicator for what is happening. And you just reported on Davos. I mean, the World Economic Forum always publishes its 5 top risks for the global economy every year. And this year, the top 5 risks are all climate and environment related. Weather, extreme weather events, natural disasters, biodiversity loss. So the loss to the global economy is substantial. Look, for example, at the flood defense, and flood losses could reach up to $1 trillion by 2050. Tourism will be affected. Up to $6 billion US dollars per year are affected by coral bleaching, for example. You have fishing affected. 25% of all fish catch could basically be gone by the end of the century if these kind of levels of temperature increases continue.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've covered almost all of these issues here on TRT World. It is the biggest challenge of our lifetime, according to the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres. Martin, what's the connection, or is there one, between rising sea levels and warming oceans? Is there a connection?
Yes, of course. I mean, obviously, we have the glaciers melting. You have the ice melting in the Arctic. So obviously, there's a crucial link between those two, and we know that we have the solutions. And we know, for example, the high-level panel for the sustainable ocean economy identified 5 solutions, ocean-based solutions to climate change that could reduce this increase in temperatures we talked about by 20%, and there could be 11 billion carbon reductions just based on ocean solutions. So, for example, offshore wind, wave and tidal wind. That is one of the 5 solutions. Then we have, for example, we have shipping. I mean, the shipping sector has committed itself to 50% reduction in carbon emissions from shipping. Then we have mangroves and seagrass that could help to absorb some of the carbon that we have. And then we also have fishing. We just mentioned there's sustainable aquaculture, there's seaweed, shellfish. There could be sustainable fishing solutions. And finally, we have also the seabed, storing carbon on the seabed. So we have those 5 solutions. We know the science is there. Just leaders now at Davos and elsewhere need to really take those solutions very seriously.
What's going to happen to ocean habitats if we don't take action now? People say we should have taken action 2-3 years ago. But what's going to happen to the ocean and the animals that live in the waters?
So one important consequence will be the coral reefs will disappear. There will be more bleaching. We know that about 1/4 of all marine life is around coral reefs. And this is not only something that is very important from the tourism perspective, but also in terms of biodiversity, in terms of fish stocks. We know that we are losing mangroves and seagrass that are so crucial. Actually, mangroves and seagrass are more important as a storage of carbon than the tropical forests. So we are destroying these habitats, and they mean that there will be biodiversity loss, but we're also undermining our own future to deal with climate change.
Martin, thank you so much indeed. Martin Koehring there from The Economist. We appreciate it.